So it's the day before grocery day, so we need to make a good meal with things that we have in our fridge and pantry. So hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to make some fridge soup. This is a great way to cut down on food waste and make it nutritious and delicious meal for pennies a serving. So not only are we going to use up what's in the fridge, we can also see what we need for groceries as well. So that cuts down on multiple trips to the grocery store. So let's go to the fridge, see what we have, and make something out of it. All right, so this is what we've got. I got some bone-in chicken thighs here. I've got some mashed potatoes and some broccoli, some rosemary, a little bit of salt, have some pepper as well, some sad-looking celery, a couple carrots, a lemon from the pantry. I grabbed a potato, some garlic, and an onion. So this is gonna make an awesome soup. I am gonna make my own broth, so it's even gonna save us more money. So I'm going to take the chicken off the bones and use the bones for the broth. I'm also going to use the stalks of the broccoli that we ate the other day. By saving the stalks, you can either put that in a stir fry or you can put it in the soup as well. Tons of nutrients are going to come out of that. So I usually keep my kitchen scraps like ends of onions, carrots, that kind of thing, throw them in the freezer, and then when I'm making a broth, I throw everything in, it gives it flavor, and it uses everything up instead of being thrown out. So I'm gonna get that chicken off the bone and start on the broth. All right, so the broth is done, so I've strained that out into another pot. Put a little bit of oil into the bottom of this one, and we are going to add our onions, celery, and carrots that I had chopped up while the broth was being made. Excuse me. So we're gonna let these sweat out a little bit. And I'm only going to add a little bit of salt to this right now, just because we are using some leftovers which were seasoned perfectly. So just a little bit, and this will also bring out some of the moisture in the onions and the celery. And I'm going to add some black pepper. If I can find my dried thyme, I'm going to add a little bit of that too. You can add whatever you want to this. You can add thyme to it if you want. You don't have to. You can make this like a curry type soup as well if you wanted. You can add some turmeric, cumin, paprika. It's the beauty of the soup. You can add whatever you want to it. And whatever you have on hand. So this is sweating down nicely. This might take a minute or two. Just stir it around, make sure it doesn't burn. All right, so this is looking pretty good. So I'm gonna add the chicken right now and the potato that I cut up. And again, you don't have to use chicken if you don't have it. You can use beans. Instead of a potato, you can use some rice, some pasta, barley. Again, it's whatever you have on hand. Make your pantry work for you. We're just going to stir this around a little bit. Some of those potato chunks are bigger than I thought. That's okay. And we are going to add the broth back in. So we're now going to bring this back up to a boil again and then turn it down to a simmer, and we're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes or so. I am going to add the broccoli now that I had because it is roasted, so that's fine. I'm not going to add the mashed potatoes that I have until closer to the end. So let's turn the heat up on this, bring it to a boil, and then we'll simmer it for a bit to have all these flavors meld together. All right, so the soup is simmering for about 30 minutes or so. I added the mashed potatoes about 5 minutes ago and just put a little fresh squeeze of lemon in there. So here it is, a nice hearty bowl of chicken vegetable soup. This comes in at 43 cents per serving, and you cannot beat that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.